Allow yourself to get comfortable and allow yourself to relax. Right from the get-go, do not force meditation. Just allow everything to be as it is. Allow your body to be as it is. Just notice your body. Is your body tense or relaxed? Are there places in the body where you feel pain or discomfort? Just notice. Notice your mind. Again, no forcing the mind. Just watching. Just paying attention to thought. Watching thoughts come and go all by themselves. Noticing any feelings or emotions or states of mind. Is there any predominant story or feeling that you are experiencing at this moment? Just notice everything. Allow yourself to watch consciousness as it changes from moment to moment. Throughout the day, we are engaged in doing. For the next 20 minutes, we will be engaged in being. During this period, there will be nothing to do, or very little to do. The only real doing that we will do is to sit, to watch our breath, to watch our thoughts, our feelings, and our sensations in the body. Allowing yourself just to listen to the music in the background, letting it flow right through you. Allowing the body to be straight but not rigid. Allowing it to be comfortable. Allowing the belly to rise and fall with every inhalation and with every exhalation. Rising and falling. Inhaling and exhaling all by itself. Noticing thoughts. What's the story of the mind at this moment? What is the mind telling you? What story is the mind telling? Is the mind happy? Is it peaceful? Or is it confused or upset or agitated? Just notice. Listen to the mind as a compassionate friend would listen to you. Does the mind make sense? Or does it seem irrational? No need to judge the mind, although judgment may arise. Just notice. Just listen. Don't get lost in the mind. Stay detached as the witness. The mind is usually saying, I like this, but I don't like that. Or, I want this, but I don't want that. Back and forth, the mind goes towards pleasure and away from pain. The mind is full of desires and fears. I desire pleasure and I fear pain. The mind wants everything to be just a little bit better, or perhaps a lot better. And it's constantly thinking and strategizing and wondering how it can make this present moment somehow better. Just notice that tendency of the mind. Always quite busy. How can I get what I want? That could be something physical. That could be something spiritual even. It could be an experience that the mind wants to have. Or it could be an object like a house or a car. It could be a feeling of pride or love. The mind basically wants to feel better about itself and about the life that it lives. The mind is always in that pursuit of happiness. It's never quite there. It's always slightly out of reach. As soon as pleasure is obtained, the next moment, the mind is looking for more pleasure, a new pleasure once again. Just notice this tendency of the mind. This is good, but how could I make it better? How can I keep this pleasure I'm experiencing? Or how can I get rid of this pain that I feel? This confusion, this suffering, whatever the case may be. Perhaps the mind is telling a story about feeling separate from God, or from the universe, or from life, from family and friends. Perhaps the mind is wanting to know how it can find more passion or purpose, more meaning, more joy in its life. Just notice. These tendencies are neither right nor wrong, good nor bad. It's just apparently what seems to be happening for most human beings. This pursuit of happiness. This running away from pain. Running away from suffering. The mind wanting to find distraction, entertainment, some sort of meaning or purpose. The mind trying to survive, trying to continue. And it can do that by attaching itself to something positive, or it can do it by attaching itself to something negative. The judgmental mind, the complaining mind, it keeps itself alive by creating an opposite, an object, an other, by creating war or conflict or problems. In a very real way, in the deepest sense, there are no problems because life doesn't really have an opposition to itself. Everything is itself. But the human mind finds ways to create differences and variety, which actually are not the problem, differences and variety, but that sense of separation, that sense of feeling isolated or disconnected. Just notice if that's happening for you. Maybe it's not. What is your direct experience of life? What are you perceiving right now? What is your living, dynamic reality, here and now? Awareness of thoughts, awareness of feelings, awareness of bodily sensations, awareness. What is aware? Is awareness itself an object? Can you see awareness? Can you touch awareness? Where does awareness begin and where do you end? Is there any difference between you and awareness? Can you stop awareness? Can you stop being aware? Notice how that awareness is always aware. How that awareness has a sense of beingness, a sense of presence, which is always and already here and now. Again, instead of tuning into the doingness of life, doing this, doing that, running here and there, just turn inward and become aware of the beingness of life. I am. I am. The core essence of who you are as a human being, as a spiritual being, as a child of God, as a divine being. I am. I am. And I always seem to be. I am here, and I am now. It always seems to be the case. I'm never not here. I'm never not now. I'm always existing as this awareness and beingness. And as we tune into this awareness and beingness more and more, it becomes more evident and clear that we are not the objects of awareness. In other words, we are not the thoughts that we are aware of. We are not the feelings that we are aware of. We are not the body or the bodily sensations that we are aware of. They are present. They might be connected to the story of our self, our ego, our personality, our history as a human being. but they don't belong to the core, pure essence of what we are as the light of affectionate awareness. They're always on the other side of awareness, or floating in awareness. But they come and go while awareness is always present. It doesn't come and it doesn't go. It's always the case. Everything else seems to change. Time, space, thoughts, feelings, sensations, states of mind, associations, stories. Everything is changing, but awareness doesn't change. This pure presence, this I am, doesn't change. And if you notice change anywhere, notice that which is noticing. In order to experience change, to be aware of change, there must be something, a background upon which that change happens. But that background itself does not change. It is a changeless background, like the movie theater screen. It doesn't change, but the light projects the images onto the screen. The images change, but the screen is unaffected by any of the images that are projected upon it. So if there is a fire in the movie, the screen does not get burned. If there is water in the movie, the screen does not get wet. The screen is forever untouched, unharmed by anything that appears or disappears in the movie. The same for us. No matter what appears to be happening in the physical, relative world, or even in the internal psychological world, none of that is affecting or changing or harming or hurting the core essence of what we are. This pure, affectionate, loving awareness. This unconditional love. This silence and stillness. This perfect peace. Are you aware? Are you aware? Where do you have to go to answer that question? Are you aware? Do you exist? Where do you go to answer that question? The answers to these questions are self-evident. They're obvious. By just stopping the mind for a moment and paying attention, it becomes very obvious that awareness is always present, always aware. That our existence, our beingness, our presence is always and already here. It's always the case. Am I aware? What is aware? Can I sense the awareness itself? Am I aware? What is aware? And slowly allow your eyes to open and see this world with mercy and loving kindness. Soft eyes, soft belly, soft mind. There's literally nothing to do. Anything that needs to get done will get done automatically. Life will take care of all the functionality. But the awareness, the presence, the beingness, it doesn't need anything. It's already whole and complete. Just melt in that love. Saturate yourself in the beingness of I am. Let all tension disappear. Let all stress melt. Just allow yourself to be in your full presence. I am. I am aware. I am free. I am complete. I am one with life. I am one with nature. I am one with humanity. I am one with the beloved. Pure love.